Yo, what's going on, people? Inside this video, we're going to be talking about why your habits are messing you up and how to instantly replace bad habits with good ones. First things first, what even is a habit? Well, a habit is an automated subconscious routine created by your repeated thoughts, feelings, and actions. And your thoughts drive your feelings drive your beliefs drive your behaviors create your habits, and your habits create your identity and therefore your results. So if your habits create your reality and you're not happy with your reality, very simply change your habits. Okay? So the first step to all of this is to number one, become aware. And what I mean by become aware is become fully aware of who you are internally right now, because your internal world creates your external world. And your thoughts are the cause of your reality, and your reality is the effect of your thoughts. So, what I want you to do right now is take a piece of paper. I've even got one here. And what you want to do is actually write down exactly what thoughts, feelings, and actions you take on a repeated daily basis from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. And the easiest way to go ahead and do this is to actually just write out your current day in the life that you've been experiencing over the past week or even the past month, and title this piece of paper The Old Me. And by calling this The Old Me, you're already going to be breaking away from your current identity and stepping into a new version of yourself. So become conscious and aware of your old reality, and then you want to accept it, and then you want to let it go. So pause the video right now and do this. And if you want an example of how this could look for a failing entrepreneur, you can see it right here. Okay, they'll be waking up at 6 in the morning, their alarm goes off, and then they snooze their alarm because they want extra sleep, and then they wake up at 9 o'clock, and then they finally get out of bed. They're feeling tired and lethargic, and then they sit down at their desk without having planned their day, float around trying to do 100 things at once, try to grow the business, try to make more money, but they don't truly have any clarity or focus. And then after 3 hours of zero productivity, they scroll through social media, do some busy work, decide to eat again, have a lackluster lunch, and then the day goes by. And you can pause this and read it for yourself if you really want to. It comes to like 6 o'clock, dinner arrives, they order takeout because cooking feels like so much effort. They eat dinner whilst watching some BS show or scrolling through their phone, and then they might briefly, consider doing something else like reading a book or working out, but instead they just continue to play games or go onto social media. And then, nighttime comes, they know they should be sleeping, but instead they're on their phone, they're watching Instagram reels, texting random people, wasting energy on things that don't truly matter. And then 12 o'clock, midnight comes, they decide to finally sleep, and then they wonder why they're going to continue in this cycle for the next month, okay? Until they become aware. So, pause this video, do this right now, and then come back for the next step. Cool. So, step two is to go ahead and state the truth of who you truly are. Okay. And what I mean by stating the truth is understanding who you truly are on your highest timeline. Imagine the version of yourself who has already got everything you want in life: the money, the freedom, the love, happiness, health, abundance. How would you be thinking, feeling, and acting from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep? What you want to do is just like the old reality, you want to go ahead and write down the new reality, and write it down with absolute clear, specific steps in terms of your day. Okay, so here I'll show you an example of the successful entrepreneur. Wakes up at 4:44 in the morning, does a 45-minute meditation, brushes his teeth, straight into a workout. You can see by 6:30 he's already showered, dressed, at his desk, and then he's gone ahead, opened up his calendar. He's already got all of his work planned out, whether it's content creation, whether it's cold calling, whether it's learning a skill. And then by 1 o'clock he has a super clean lunch, prioritizes high protein, tracks his macros. 1:30 p.m. he gets back to work, he's taking calls, producing results, he has a clear intention for the afternoon, and then by 6 o'clock he's finished, spends some time, quality time, with family or friends. He's actually present, eats a healthy, whole food, whilst also hitting his macros again, and then by 8 o'clock he's already unwinding, planning for the next day in advance, adjusting his strategies, setting new goals and tasks for tomorrow to actually stay aligned with his long-term vision. And then by 10:30, lights out. He's already sleeping. He's in a cool, dark room. His phone's on airplane mode. So that's what a successful entrepreneur would look like. So pause this video once again. Grab your piece of paper, turn it over if you want to, and then go ahead and write out your ideal, perfect day in the life. Cool. So now that you've done that, step three is to actually get some super clear routines for exactly what you want. Okay, so a habit can be sectioned into three parts: cue, routine, and reward. And each event on your day at each time has its own individual routine to it. So, what I'm going to do is show you some routine examples of how this could look for yourself. So, on your piece of paper by now, you might want to take another one. What you should have on one side is the old you written out, and then on the other side, you should have the new you. And you're going to see that when you look at the old you, there's certain routines that you will be going through unconsciously because they're ingrained into your subconscious mind. Okay, so it's your job to become aware of those unconscious routines to actually go ahead and replace them. So you can see here the old you know, maybe the alarm rings at 6 in the morning, you decide to snooze the alarm, and then the reward is some extra sleep. Or maybe the old you remembers to go to the gym, contemplates what muscle to work out, gets decision overload, and then decides it's too much effort, so he scrolls Instagram reels and eats junk food. So you can see here what you want to do is identify the trigger of the behavior, which is more than likely, one of these five things here, and then identify the behavior that you're currently taking in response to the trigger, and then identify the reward. Okay, and the reward actually goes ahead and reinforces a behavior that becomes a habit. So you can see here some example cues, for example, a phone alarm, which is a time related cue, walking into your kitchen, which is a location related cue, seeing some old friends, which is an environment and also a people related cue, feeling happy or sad, which is an emotional state, which is another form of a cue, and then seeing an ad, maybe you're driving down the motorway and you see McDonald's on the services, that's like another type of external or environmental cue. Now, you can get super smart with this because you can actually go ahead and create habits that link to each other in order to flow through your entire day and basically program your mind to actually go ahead and, go from task to task without even having to think about it. Like, imagine already being that guy who's already this successful version of yourself and you don't even have to consciously think about it. You just do it and you don't really think twice. Imagine getting to that level. So the way to do this, and this is kind of like a secret hack that I found, is to link each habit to another. So what you can do is do something like have your alarm ring, and then basically what you want to do is immediately get out of bed, do some push-ups, get into a high energy state, and then the reward can actually be to go ahead and take pre-workout. What does that do? Well, the pre-workout hits because of the caffeine, and then your gym clothes are already prepared on the floor or your cupboard from the night before. The workout's already planned from the night before. And then what you want to do is change into your gym clothes, go to the gym, hit a workout with full intensity, and then the reward could be a protein shake, and then you're already hitting your macros, and then you're already going to naturally go and shower because you've just come back from the gym, and then because you're showered, you're going to naturally get changed, and then you're going to naturally get to your desk, and you're going to naturally get to work, and then you can see how things just create massive momentum early on in your day if you just get things right from the start. Okay, so what you want to do is write out your new cue, routine, and reward for each section of your day. Once again, if you don't really have a clue what you're doing, identify your old habits and then very simply replace them with the new ones. Okay? Now, step four is probably one of the most important ones because without this step, you're basically going to always go back to your old self. You're going to always live your life in a loop. You're going to always go for 2 weeks and then just immediately revert back to whatever you were doing before. So step four is your reasons why. Okay. Now, understand this, your human brain moves away from pain and towards pleasure. You move away from doing the work towards social media because you've attached pain to your work and pleasure to scrolling on Instagram. You move away from tracking your macros and eating healthy because you've attached pain and resistance to that action and pleasure towards eating junk food. You move away from an early night towards a night out clubbing because you've attached pain and fear of missing out to being alone and false pleasure to drinking alcohol. Have you ever thought about that? Deep it. Because if this is you right now watching this, this is why you're messing up. Because your brain has literally been programmed towards BS and your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's right and what's wrong or what's good and what's bad for you. Okay? So your reasons why are your driving force. Understand that. Why do some people struggle to deadlift 200 kg whilst a mother whose child is trapped under a car can suddenly lift the entire car off her child's body? It's because of their reasons why. Okay, because of their reasons why. The guy lifting 200 kg, he might feel tired, he's already hit a few sets, he doesn't have a real purpose for lifting that weight other than just being in the gym. However, the mum has a much stronger reason, which is the pain of losing her child. Okay? And this is from, if you guys know this is from Eddie Hall. So when he deadlifted 500 kg, he actually went ahead and did like hypnotherapy and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get too deep into all of that stuff. But very simply, what you want to do is get clear on your reasons why and understand why you must achieve your vision, why you must embody your higher self, and write out a list of 3 to 5 reasons why to move you from your current situation and attach as much pain to your current situation and as much pleasure as you can to your desired situation. And then I'll be very honest, I only personally focus on the pleasure and the high frequency emotions of having that thing already, the desired reality, because that's basically where we're moving to. Where focus goes, energy flows, right? So attach pleasure to your good habits and pain to the bad habits, okay? And then step 5 is very simple. Consistently act in alignment. Now, this is where, for example, a 21-day sprint can come into play. And understand this, neurons that fire together, wire together. And the more that you repeat each cue, routine, and reward, the more your subconscious mind will determine that this behavior benefits you in some way, as evidenced by the fact that you keep on doing it. And therefore, it will be impressed into your subconscious mind, becoming automated, and therefore part of your identity, and therefore expressed into your reality. So remember as well what I said at the start. Your thoughts create your feelings, which drive your beliefs, which drive your behaviors, which drive your habits, which drive your identity, which drive your results. Okay? So the more you repeat your habits and these each cue, routine, and rewards, the more you're going to reinforce a new identity and the more you're going to actually create an entirely new reality. So my challenge to you is very simple. Over the next 21 days, select 3 habits that are going to serve you in becoming your highest self and living the life you desire. Complete those daily actions every single day. Write them down on a piece of paper. Draw out a table with 21 boxes and tick off each day as you complete each habit. Okay? And do not miss a day. And I promise you, through repetition, these new daily actions will become new automated habits, and that will have a drastic positive impact on your day-to-day life and also your reality. So imagine this, imagine tracking your macros for 100 days straight. You'd be ripped. Imagine sending 100 outreach messages per day for 100 days every single day. You'd be making 10K per month. Imagine visualizing and meditating every day for 100 days. You'd reprogram your entire mind into being and thinking like your higher self. So very simple steps, stick to it, and I'm only asking you to commit to 21 days and prove yourself that you can actually make a change in your reality, because nothing changes until you change. So to summarize this video, step 1, become aware of your old self and understand it by writing out your old day in the life. Step 2, state the truth by writing out the new desired day in the life of your higher self. Step 3, create clear routines using the cue, routine, reward system. Step 4 is get super clear on your reasons why. Attach pain to the bad habits and pleasure to the good habits. And step 5 is choose 3 habits to stick to every single day for 21 days. And do not miss a day. I promise you this will change your life.